Hello, welcome. So today we're going to be taking a look at r/best of Redditor updates. So if that sounds like something you'd be into listening to today, please do stick around and enjoy. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Okay, so this one was shared to the subreddit by Direct Caterpillar 77, and the title says, "My boyfriend of 2 years, 31M, says he can't marry me, 31F, because of something he found in my phone." Direct Caterpillar is not the original poster. Original poster is on the screen and where it was originally posted to. We have trigger warnings for verbal abuse, false accusations of infidelity. It was originally posted November 2nd, 2025. Hi everyone, sorry, this is a bit long. I just want to give enough context. My boyfriend and I went out of town this weekend to celebrate our anniversary. We spent the day doing activities around the city and then went out to dinner. He's not much of a drinker, but since we were celebrating, he decided to have a few drinks. When we got back to the hotel, he was definitely drunk, but I still wanted to enjoy the night, so we started watching TV. Of nowhere, he suddenly said, "I went through your phone and I saw that you cheated on your ex-fiancé. I could never marry someone like that." What a weird time to bring that up. After going out and celebrating your anniversary. He also kept saying, "I've known for a long time. I just never brought it up. If you want to be with me, you need to be honest." I was engaged back in 2014, and apparently he had gone way back through my phone and found some old text messages and photos from that time. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to messages and photos. Oh my god, me too. Me too. I have WhatsApp messages archived from years ago. I just never think to delete them. I have text messages going back to 2012. The thing is, everything he saw was from after my ex and I had already broken up. I tried to explain that, but he wouldn't listen. He started yelling and calling me awful names like whore and bitch. He kept saying I was a terrible person and that he could never marry someone like me. It got so bad that when he went to the bathroom, I went downstairs and asked hotel security to help me get my things so I could leave safely. Security came up with me, and even then, he kept trying to convince me not to leave. Security had to tell him several times that he couldn't stop me if I wanted to go. I ended up going to a relative's house nearby for the night. Since then, he's been texting me non-stop telling me that I'm not marriage material, that I'm a bad person for leaving him there, and that he could never trust me. I'm honestly really hurt and confused. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Why is he bothering you then, if you're not marriage material, and that he could never trust you? Why is he blowing up your phone? What is the point? I've never cheated on him, or on my ex for that matter. Does he have a right to be upset? Is this something worth trying to work through? Absolutely not, and let me tell you why. I wouldn't want to work through it with this person because they went through your phone, found messages from years ago, didn't actually bother to take the time to make sure those messages were from the timeline they thought they were from. Then they waited until you had had a whole evening celebrating your anniversary, got pissed as a fart and started a fight with you, then tried to prevent you from leaving, got aggressive enough in the first place that you felt you needed to leave and had to use security to do so, still tried to give it the big I am in front of security, didn't he? And then now he's texting you, giving you a load of abuse, telling you that you're not marriage material despite the fact he's still messaging you. No, it's not worth it, love. Absolutely not. I could understand not wanting to be with someone who's cheated on people previously, because if I was dating someone and I found out that they had cheated on their ex, I wouldn't want to date them. No, thank you. Because I feel like people who are comfortable enough to do it in the first place will do it again, because the moral compass just ain't quite pointing in the right direction, is it? I understand that. However, he's not actually bothered to try and take the time to check the timeline was right before he started this whole fight. Seems to me maybe he's guilty of something and he is projecting a little, isn't he? So, relevant comments. Quiet Walk 2505 says, "Rethink everything. Put it in consideration. Don't marry someone like him. This dude is manipulative and controlling. Sorry that happened to you." And then OOP says, "Thank you for being kind. I know I need to leave. I just needed to hear it out loud." Sometimes that's all you need, isn't it? For someone else to take in the info, take in what's happened, and say to you, "No, You're not mental if you think that this is a really bad idea to stay with this person, because sometimes you convince yourself that you're cracking up and that no, you were in the wrong actually, and they must be right, but no. I totally understand that. Sometimes you just need someone else to say it to you. I wanted to call a friend or a family member, but I really don't like getting them involved. I just needed to feel validated in my decision. So, update November 3rd, 2025. First off, I want to thank everyone who reached out with support, kind words, and even alternative perspectives, even the tough ones or negative ones. Your feedback truly helped me to see things for what they were. Now, for some context about what he found in my phone, back in 2014, I was engaged. He came across pictures of me with another man taken in early 2015, someone who obviously wasn't my fiancé. Since he didn't know when my ex and I had broken up, he jumped to the conclusion that I cheated. I'm not saying that that excuses his reaction, but I wanted to clarify the situation. It honestly just seems like self-sabotage. He can honestly never let himself be happy in our relationship. It has always been like this, and I should have seen this as a red flag from the beginning. When I got home on Sunday evening, I took some time to process everything and figure out my next steps. I followed your advice and called my mum and my best friend. They were both incredibly supportive and helped me think clearly. I decided to go back to my hometown for a few days to give him space and time to move out. On Saturday night, during one of his angry texts, he mentioned he'd be out of the house by Thursday. On Sunday night, I locked myself in my bedroom while he slept on the couch. I even kept my phone under my pillow just in case, but thankfully, everything was uneventful. He leaves early for work, so this morning I packed my things and left. My plan was to stay gone until Thursday when he could move out, but I'll be honest, and I know some of you might shake your heads, I couldn't leave without knowing I had proven the truth. I went through my Google photos and old messages and found the final conversation between me and my ex-fiancé, which confirmed what I already knew. We broke up at the end of 2014. I never cheated. So I sent him a long message, told him I was done and that I did in fact expect him to be out by Thursday. I also told him that there was no undoing the things he said or how he treated me, and that I was finally at peace knowing I told the truth and that I hadn't cheated on him or anyone else. I also included the screenshots of the final text message between me and my ex, confirming the timeline. He read the message and immediately tried to backtrack, saying, "We both hurt each other and need time to process things." No, you jumped the gun and didn't check your sources, mate. But there was really nothing left to say. He was completely wrong, and now that he knows it, he's trying to walk it all back. I'm not standing for that. He's so delusional that he feels like he can gaslight me into believing that I hurt him in some way over something that happened a decade ago, and I didn't even know him. He did apologise for calling me out of my name, but that's nowhere near enough. I feel strong in my decision to leave, knowing I did everything I could in that relationship. I'm so thankful for all of you who offered encouragement and advice during such a dark time. It truly helped me find my strength again. I know I probably should have just let him think whatever he wanted to, but I just couldn't help myself. Now that I'm safe and away from him, I can answer any other questions you might have. I hope I didn't miss anything. Honestly, it's crazy. It really is. He thinks that he can just call you all the things under the sun, accuse you of this, that, and the other, and that you're going to just be like, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. And honestly, I find it very weird that he wanted to go that far back into your texts and your pictures in the first place. Why was he even rooting that far back? It almost sounds like he was trying to look for something to beat you over the head with. Why? I would not know. I feel like maybe he's done something he's guilty of personally, and that's why he's acting this way, but I could be wrong. So then down in the comments of the Best of Redditor Updates post, Lysica says, "Thank God he let the mask slip before they got married. How was he even expecting this to go, even if she had cheated?" And then Itchin12345 says, "I think he wanted her to beg him for forgiveness and for him to stay, but she noped out of there and he couldn't figure out how to manipulate her anymore. I'm guessing it was some weird tactic where he was going to hold this imaginary slight over her and to better control her with it. Yeah, I mean, possibly. I still think he's done something that he shouldn't have, and now he's trying to find something, to accuse her of, so that when she finds it out, he could be like, well, you've done this. You know what I mean? Next post is also curated by Direct Caterpillar, titled My 20th Boyfriend 20M changed his relationship status on Facebook from in a relationship with no specified person to in a relationship with a girl that is not me. How peculiar. So obviously, Direct Caterpillar again, not the original poster. Original poster is on the screen, and we have trigger warnings for infidelity, and a mood spoiler is disgust at the boyfriend. Okay. Originally posted May 24th, 2016. I feel really terrible right now. Michael and I have been dating since April 2010. We started dating when we were in the 8th grade. So, for just over 6 years now. Up to this point, we've had an amazing relationship. We are each other's best friends through and through, and we definitely had our ups and downs, but we've never officially broke up. We've always worked through any issues that we had. He's never given me a reason to distrust him until now. We go to different colleges. We are about 6 hours apart from each other for most of the year. Spring break of last year, freshman year, I went to his college to visit him. I met his friend, Kayla, 20F, who was very close to him, yet he had never mentioned her before. I wasn't expecting him to. I'm not that jealous girlfriend that won't let a boyfriend be friends with other girls, but given her behaviour, I thought that me not knowing about her was suspicious. She was very nice to me, but she was openly flirty with Michael, even in front of me. She was touchy with him, she made suggestive comments, etc. Michael always looked extremely uncomfortable, and he never flirted back. But he never told her to stop either. Several days into my visit, I confronted him about this. I asked him if she knew that I was his girlfriend. He said yes. I told him that her behaviour was crossing the line and that he needed to set boundaries with her, starting with telling her to cut it out. He apologised and he said that he would. After that, Kayla stopped flirting with him in front of me, but the day I left to go back home, she said one thing to me, and I remember her exact words. You know, there was no need to worry. Don't you trust him? That kept swimming around in my head for weeks on end. She said it so cattily, and it was coming from her, of all people. I tried to shake it off and not think about it, but it was really hard. She just said it in a way that sounded so, I know something you don't. I told Michael about it, and he said not to worry about it. She was always saying things like that. I kept pressing it, but he insisted that it was nothing more than just a jealous comment, so I dropped it. Time passed, Kayla added me on Facebook, and I accepted just to be friendly. This was when I started seeing a lot of posts about her and Michael that never came up on my feed before because Michael never posted about the things they did together. They went to the movies together, they went to games together, they went to concerts together, they went everywhere. In every post, Kayla added a caption that had a nickname for him in it. I could tell it was a special nickname because she used it in every time. In the pictures, I saw that Michael always looked silently uncomfortable. He always had a weak smile on his face. I know his uncomfortable facial expression, and he was always wearing it in those posts. I felt somewhat paranoid, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want to come off as the jealous girlfriend who can't trust a boyfriend because he has a close female friend. I also didn't unfriend Kayla because if I did, I felt like drama would ensue. About half an hour ago, I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw that Michael changed his relationship status. Before, it was in a relationship without any specific person mentioned. Mine is the same way. Now it said, in a relationship with blank. That blank was Kayla. I felt like my heart dropped into my stomach. The post was made 10 minutes before I saw it. There were already several comments on the post. I clicked to look at them. The first few comments were people saying, congratulations, and about time, and things like that. I don't know any of the people who made those comments. The second to last comment was Michael, saying, a joke, guys, a joke. Don't take Kayla seriously. Kayla, I hate you. The last comment was Kayla. Haha, oh, sweetheart, don't be in denial. 10 people liked her comment. Don't you have to accept it? If, you go as in a relationship with someone, don't each party have to accept it before it, shows up? I don't know. Haven't been in a relationship with someone on Facebook for years. so I wouldn't know. I stared at that post for what felt like an eternity. Then I checked my phone. I have several texts, all from my friends and one from my mum, dad and sister each, all of them asking me why Michael changed his relationship status. I haven't answered any of them yet. Michael hasn't texted me. 2 things. Is he cheating on me, or is this just a joke as he said? If he is cheating on me, what do I do? TLDR, my boyfriend changed his relationship status on Facebook to say that he is in a relationship with a specific girl, not me, that has a friendship with him that makes me paranoid. Is he cheating on me? And if he is, what do I do? Honestly, I would say, even if he's not cheating and this is all above board, he still has fucked up because he hasn't put his foot down to put a stop to this kind of bollocks behaviour. He's not put his girlfriend first. He knows his girlfriend's uncomfortable with this. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out, you know? And yet he said nothing, and he's not put a stop to this behaviour. So either way, it's wrong. And I know, obviously, a lot of people are going to say it's just a Facebook relationship status. And yeah, absolutely, of course it is. But with the context behind it, it's not, is it really? It is, I think, at the least, disrespect from Kayla towards the OP, targeted disrespect. She knows what she's doing. She probably wants Michael, and she wants to kind of really wind up the OP, and Michael's done nothing to stop it, which is bad enough. At most, Michael's cheating. So, edit. Michael is home for the summer, so I went over to his house. I knocked on the front door. Kayla opened the door wearing a bathrobe. Kayla lives 4 hours away from us, a state over. I asked her what the hell she was doing there. She smirked and said Michael wasn't home. I told her she didn't answer my question. Her reply was, I'm visiting for the week. Sure. Yeah, I'm not being funny, but does Michael not bring any of this up either to his girlfriend? Let's be honest, if he's not doing anything wrong, he's done a very good job of making it look like he is. I didn't have anything to say to that. I felt absolutely destroyed inside. I turned around without another word and started walking back to my car. She shouted after me, sorry things had to end this way. Oh, them's fighting words, my love. Fighting words. Fuck her. Who the fuck is she to say that to me? He was cheating on me. So, relevant comments. Elora says, I applaud you for your self-control. Me too. Could not be me. Could not. That girl is hideously immature, and he is downgrading severely. I would have beaten her to a pulp and enjoyed it. No comment. OOP, believe me, I want to rip her face off, but I could see her putting my boyfriend's crazy ex tried to kill me for no good reason, lol lol lol, all over Facebook if I did something. Yeah, definitely. And let's be honest, she'd probably absolutely try and get you into some sort of legal trouble too, so it's not worth it. Final update posted May 25th, 2016, next day same post. Edit 2. Michael came to my house. When I opened the door, I found him crying his eyes out. Good. I hope his eyes stung from all the tears. I asked him what was going on, and this was all I heard until I closed the door on him. He slept with Kayla just before they left for winter break freshman year. Oh! And he has the audacity to turn up. Tears are flowing. Piss off, Michael. She was indeed visiting him and didn't tell me because he didn't know how to. When I went to his house to talk to him, he was indeed home. Oh, what a dirty little turd. He was very, 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 many verys, sorry. Tough. I don't even know what to say to anyone in my real life about this. My parents aren't home, my sister isn't home, I haven't told any of my friends. Tell them exactly what he did. Why should you have to shoulder that burden? It's not you who couldn't keep their dick in their pants. Any advice now that it is true he cheated on me? Dump him, obviously. Small edit, I just texted him, it's over, so I've dumped him. Good, good, good. So, down in the comments, Truriel, I say that wrong every time, and they've made a few comments now that I've read out on these posts. I know this hurts the OOP immensely, but this couldn't have been better for her in the long run. She'll look back on this in her later years and be grateful for it. Honestly, yeah. She's already wasted enough time on him. Hell, he even couldn't have picked a better time, if I'm honest. School's on a break, so this won't fuck with her studies, and she's with a support system. Yeah, and she can also go out and enjoy time with her friends without worrying about that sad sack of shite. And then Malfast43 says, my petty ass would comment and say, congrats, pro tip, next time break up with your current girlfriend before getting with another one. Literally, honestly. I'd also probably want to comment something on there and just be like, ew, you like getting with blokes who are already in a relationship. Yuck, could not be me. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. If you made it all the way to the end with me, then I appreciate you very, very much. If you give it a little like, subscribe, notifications on, that is your initiation into the Coven of Void. Welcome! Whatever it is you're doing for the day, I hope you have a really good rest of the day. Goodbye! Oh, has anybody got any recommendations for some channels that do like when they do paranormal investigations, but it's not like, where they, when they proper like dramatize it up with stupid sound effects and they're all shouting and they're, oh my God, like that kind of stuff. Don't like that. It annoys me. I want the ones where they just kind of like go around and they do a little explore in these apparently haunted places and they let the footage speak for themselves and like let you decide what you think of it. I love watching those because I am someone who's skeptical. I'm skeptical, but I'm open. So I like watching them because I'm like, one of these days I'm going to see something that that'll be the thing that clicks. So yeah, if anyone has any recommendations, because it's getting hella cold at the minute, so I'm spending a lot of time in the evening hunkered down underneath blankets watching stuff. So I need some recommendations. Drop them in the comments if you have any. I